button on. That would be smart. Okay, it's on now. Okay, so as if you guys don't know who I am, I'm kind of have my moments. I'm all over the place usually in my Zooms. I am scatterbrained and I have ADD and I will like get sidetracked in like 5 seconds. But I promise you, if you take the tips I teach you guys, you will get where you want to go. We have so much amazing training in our team pages. So if you guys are if you guys are already a part of those team trainings and you guys are like utilizing your videos that are on there, those have so much knowledge on them. And I'll even go through and re-watch them just to get different tips and tricks that I can improve on. Or sometimes it's good to go back to the basics. So I definitely suggest starting there. But I wanted to just start with speaking a little fire into you guys because I have so many people, and this is just not, and I know if you guys are like in your first 2 weeks, this does not apply to you, but just if I can give you guys one tip of knowledge, honestly, it is no matter what circumstance you go through, no matter what life is throwing at you, no matter what, because every day is going to bring a different struggle, a different challenge, a different hump, a different, like, you're going to have life always. Every single day. It could be a good day or a bad day. It all comes down to what you make of it each day. You can literally have a horrible day, but end up changing your mind around to be able to overcome that bad day if you just really start to look at what you can do to control that. And what I mean by that, like, let's say, for example, I've had a couple shitty days lately, but at the end of the day, I am the only one that's going to control that vibe I cast out, the emotions that I have casting out that day. And if I'm not attracting the type of people I want, I'm going to end up bringing negative people to my business. I'm going to end up bringing people that, like, so that's why I'm saying self-development on a daily. I don't care if it's in the morning or in the, you know, whatever you do, fit it in somewhere, you know, while you're getting ready, while you're cooking dinner, while you're, you know, putting your kids to bed. If they're younger, you know, put on a podcast, put on something, put on inspirational videos, worship music, whatever it may be. Please do something to give back to yourself, because you cannot be the best version of yourself if you're not pouring into yourself. You can't help change somebody else's life if you're not pouring into yourself. So please take this tip seriously, because the moment you master your mindset, you can have anything and everything you want in your life. 1000%. And I can say this on both sides. Like, I've been on both sides. I've been an addict when I was like overdosed, you know, in 2011, all the way to where I'm at now, and not a full-time entrepreneur. My point is, whatever you allow your mind to think is where you're going to end up, period. So if you aren't where you want to be, and you're not happy where you're at in your business, look at yourself in the mirror and ask why, honestly. And I know that's going to sound hard. I am blunt, so everyone, sometimes I get like feedback that I'm too blunt, so I'm sorry. Roxy, I used to be your leader when we were in, okay, quick tip really quick. Me and Roxy went through our year-long Christian rehab together, and I used to be her leader. And I used to get in trouble, like, letting her sneak, like, non-Christian music all the time. And she was a handful. My point is, guys, and I'll unmute everyone, too, in a moment so you guys can do Q&A. But if you're not where you want to be, the only reason you're not is because of what you're not doing on a daily. If you're not pouring into yourself, if you're not building a brand that attracts people to you, if you're not networking, if you're not messaging people, if you're not, and I'm not saying cold message, but I'm saying, you guys, you gotta understand, if you're not completely obsessed with what you're doing, then how are you gonna share that passion? Like, this is something I literally, and sorry my room's a mess, but I literally live this life. This is the life I live. I became obsessed with our product day one because I experienced, you know, with me previously in a different gig before, I've experienced both hands. where I didn't see the results I was hoping for with the product versus where I experienced results day one, that lit my fire, and I held on to that fire regardless of the negativity that may come at you, regardless of people saying no. No is a never no. It's always a not right now. There's people that have watched me for 2 years that are joining with Lavelle that, never would prior, for people that are doing, outside of their comfort zones, things that they would normally never do, and they're starting to see their business grow. So consistency, you guys, is literally like the fundamental foundation to everything you do. And if I go on people's profiles and they reach out to me and they're like, I'm stuck. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm utilizing all your tips. I feel like, I've watched all the training videos. Cool. So I want to help people. When people feel like that, that's where I reach out. I really spend one-on-one time with you guys. And I really will look and see. I'll have you guys screenshot conversations to me. Hang on. Sorry, my son just got his shoes in the middle. I like them. So I have girls screenshot conversations to me to help me guide their conversation, so I can help, how I would word things, to seal the deal or to build rapport. Or I'll have you guys send me pictures before you post them, and I'll edit them the way that I would normally edit them, just so you guys can see the visual difference. I am here for whatever you need, period. So if you're not utilizing your upline, if it's not me, that's fine. But if you're not utilizing your upline, do it. Because I failed it so many times with captions, so many times with editing pictures, so many times with, conversations, till I finally found what worked for me. Fail it until you make it, till you succeed, until you're where you want to be. Keep failing forward, period. Be consistent, period. If you guys did this, I have girls, I just want to and I don't care if they hear, I have girls that have been with my business for a month that literally did that did so amazing, had this huge fire, hit bonuses, hit ranks, did all kinds of stuff, and they didn't keep that fire lit. And now some of them are coming back and regretting it. Some of them are like, oh, why didn't I just keep being consistent? And it sucks, because that is what will show people your passion, your consistency. How you post, if you go through your profile and look at your profile, I sent you guys a couple in the chat, on my team chat. And if you're on Megan's team, and I haven't mostly sent, but as far as girls that I'll send over, as far as profiles of you to get a visual idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to branding yourself, I'm talking about Katie and Lindsay. Lindsay's a perfect example. And Kaylin, I'll go over some of this with you because I know you just got going today. But and you're amazing. But for example, they have a brand built. Lindsay, she's a dog mom. She's been a full-fledged dog mom. She just bought a home. She represents her life through her profile, her post, for example. Me, I love to be inspiring. I love speaking life into people. I love people believing in themselves. I really am trying to target my brand over inspirational speaking, because at one point in my life down the road, whatever God leads me to, I want to be a motivational speaker or a speaker in that aspect. So that's kind of where my brand's taken me a little bit, is helping people see who they are and their full potential, because your mind is so powerful, and it's just the beginning. The more you recognize and grow confident in that. I'm a mom. My son plays football. I have a boyfriend. I was a young mom. I had my son at 17. So there's just whatever represents you as a person. Find those things. And there's so many of you, Coral, you do amazing at your posts and stuff, and finding your brand and what works for you too. You guys, you're a blog. You're literally a blog. You are there to show the world your life and what it's doing and what's changing in your life, and how you have that freedom, and how you're able to do this with your kids, or how you're able to not go in the grocery store and look at your phone and check how much is in your bank account because you're struggling. You need to be obsessed with where you're at and where you're going, period. Distractions will happen so many times a day. And I know some of you guys personally, so I know some of you guys are going through your own things in life right now, but you're not letting that stop you. Like, you're literally letting that fuel your fire even more, and I guarantee you will come out rocking. Use your pain, use your struggles, use all of it to fuel that fire, because if you're not going to, how are you going to get to where you want to be if you don't even believe you can get there yourself? Like, do you truly believe that you guys literally can be millionaires? Do you truly believe by this time next year you can have all your debt paid off? You'll be driving a brand new luxury vehicle, that you're going to have credit cards paid off, that you're going to have that life you want. You can buy that home you want. You can afford to have groceries on your table consistently that are healthy food for your family, that you are putting money in a savings account every month, that you're stacking up. Whatever your goals are, please write them down. I will show you. I don't even care what it looks like in here. It's probably horrible. But I have like all my goals written down right here. And this is like lit in my closet, and one's falling down, but it's okay. But these are my goals, guys. Those are like what I literally, those honestly, I've been looking at them just because of those podcasts. They're not big enough. Like, they're not big enough. And I'm going to mute some guys, because I want you guys to kind of get involved a little bit, because I will keep talking and talking. So let me figure out how to do that. Okay. Probably going to be real loud, so who has questions? Anyone? No? Okay, cool. I'll mute everyone again. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see. Hang on. Oh, I took notes, so I kind of wanted to go over like some of this, and I got these notes from a podcast that I watched this morning. I sent like 2 in the chat. There was a third one that I watched after, and I just didn't want to keep blowing up the chat with podcasts, but literally was like amazing. And what it comes down to, the reality of like why you're not where you're at, is fear is holding you back still. Like, honestly, that's truly what it comes down to. If you're not obsessed completely where you're at, understand why you're still not obsessed with completely like what you're doing. And usually it's because of a fear. You're holding yourself back in some way, whatever it may be. Me, I'm still very like, I have a hard time being completely vulnerable in some ways, which is weird, because I can talk about my addiction openly, I can talk about everything, but like my IVF stuff, or my fertility issues, or, you know, things like that I've been going through, like just over the last month in particular, especially since like my surgery and the pregnancy, all those issues, like I will talk about it, but not fully. And so you're welcome, baby. And as far as he's a rare occurrence on my social media. No, I need it. And that's the other thing, like posting about my son more. He's older, and I have a hard time, like, not a lot of people get interested in like, you know, teenagers. And I guess I need to overcome that like barrier in my mind, because there's so many women that have kids my age that struggle with like, holy crap, he thinks he's a man child. You know what I mean? All the time. And like, I want to strangle him because of his mouth half the time, but it's not legal. So no, but honestly, guys, like, find your brand and find what those, like, try to really pinpoint where that fear is coming from, what's holding you back from really growing, and push yourself to come outside of those comfort zones, because it is hard, but I promise you, the more you work on it, the more you're going to grow your business. The more I started researching into, like, I'll like Google, let's say, a book I'm reading and get like an inspirational quote. I went over this in the team training, the big one the other night, but let's say I got an inspirational quote and I got this like fire idea because of this quote. I don't know what I'm going to post, you guys. It's sometimes I struggle with what I'm posting, but my post, best believe I'm going to put forth that effort and that time and that thought process, and make sure that it's engaging something where people are, and I'm not always doing a picture that's like, I firmly do not like, and this is just me, and leadership can watch this and can disagree. I don't like posts that have like those colorful this is just me, the colorful backgrounds with just the writing. I just think it doesn't always look good because so many people do it. I feel like it gets bobbled in with social media, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, I do it once in a while if I haven't done it in a very long time. So don't say never. I'm just saying, like, when I go to write a post and I pick what background I want, I rather see a white, clean statement if you're doing a quote or something like that, like a nice, clean statement piece that's going to show out, because sometimes that stands out more. So many people post pictures, or so many people post these, like, background things or whatever. And I like them once in a while, but I just truly don't feel like it represents your Facebook like justice, because it's a blog. Like, if you go to YouTube and you look at different lifestyle bloggers, like even the ones that are family based, like there's a girl I went to high school with, and she runs a fitness business here in Arizona that she strictly started doing from her home when she was pregnant. She started this fitness journey, and now she has over like 3 million followers on her Facebook, and she did her whole, like, her name's Alexa Brown. And if you go to her profile, okay, so a lot of people know who she is. I went to high school with her, but she's super cool because she has a set theme for all of her pictures. How she captions things goes to a purpose. And if you look up different blogs, like I should just share my screen, but I don't know what's on my internet. But, like, honestly, if you look at different blogs and get inspiration on how a blog looks and how it's kind of like, hey, I went to a coffee, and then you start like, I rambled on to whatever, you know, post a picture. I take pictures, guys. I told you I go all over the place, so I know this is gonna be all crazy. While I was waiting for people to get on, I seriously just started taking like 6,000 pictures of myself. I don't know what y'all can't see, but I took like 10,000 pictures. I'll use probably like 3 of those in the next week or 2. I won't post them all like right away. I took a bunch of pictures of like the capsules today and made them look really pretty, like, and use my like phone, just, you know, just set them in and like angle it pretty. I'll use those later this week. I just take pictures of things that I know that I can use down the road, today, tomorrow, I don't care. Take pictures, edit them. So then you're not always having to feel like you're having to come up with a picture and a post and put all this hard work into it, and take the fun out of it and the joy out of it. Because if you're not writing from your heart on your post in some way that's going to help either somebody or you, or sharing something that's helped you, then I don't feel like you're doing yourself justice sometimes. Start to uncover like what's holding you back, like I was telling you that. And then these are some Q&As, just kind of how like some of the team has asked me to kind of go over. So I had a question on how I find people on Facebook and Instagram to build my network. There's a lot of great training on it. I don't really do anything differently. What I do is I'll go through like suggested friends, or I'll go through not mutual friends if it's people with the team. Like and I want you guys to be cognizant of it, because for some reason I'm dealing with it lately too. Just be careful on who you add, if they're like mutual friends with a bunch of girls from LaBelle, or a bunch of like on our tribe, and they're not in the business, just because you never want to step on someone's potential on accident. You know, if they message you or something of that nature, and that's different. They feel like their heart's led to you, and they never had a conversation with the other person. That's different, and that's something like that can happen. But networking in general, I really go through, and you guys, this can sound horrible or vain or whatever, but I go through and I look at people's posts. I look at how they're talking on their posts, if they're like negative. If it's another MLM company, I look at especially how they're posting, because they have potential. They all do, because they want to be in business. They want to help other people. All MLM people want the same thing, is to help others and make money. But you have to stand behind a product and a company that really represents everything that we do, and that's why I love us. But look if they're negative all the time, if they're like sharing nothing but videos all the time, if they're out partying all the time, you know, things like that, maybe that just don't align with like what you would want and the motivation that you would want in your business, straight up. Like, they're each and every one that has joined my like my team and my tribe that I personally have sponsored, I see their full 1,000% potential, and I believe in them 1,000%. because I know what their mind is capable. I either know them on a one-on-one basis, or I've watched them through social media, and I truly want them a part of my tribe. There's girls that didn't even know me, you know, like Rochelle, and she messaged me off from a live. Like literally I went live and then she messaged me and signed up that night. Now I'm not saying it's that easy because it's not. She's over there. But it's not that easy. But when you go live and you're vulnerable and you hit somebody's heart with realness and rawness, that can go a long way, because that girl never met me a day in her life, and now she's like one of my closest friends, you know. And that's the cool thing about this business, being open and honest to who you are, 1,000%. So I go through and add people that way. I add about 5 to 6 to 7 people a day, just depending. I literally have like 1,000 friend requests. I definitely go through and filter those. I decline people. If it's people from our tribe, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. If it's people from our tribe, I definitely will add you, but I'll not follow you, just because I don't want to see your post. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't. God, I always say it wrong, guys, but I don't want to see your post because I don't want to keep liking. I'll go through and comment on your post or like on your post to build engagement, but I don't pay attention all the time when I'm going through and liking on people's posts, because I'm trying to help network myself. And if I'm only networking to my Lavelle people, no one else in my whole social media is going to see my post, because I'm just networking and engaging with people that are part of our business. So that's another thing, networking with people outside of your tribe, outside of your, Lavelle, making sure you're liking and commenting on those people. Like I said in the training the other night, if you go on messages and you go to active, you can see everyone who's online right now on Facebook. You can go engage on those people's profile, liking and commenting, whatever it may be. Those people will start seeing your stuff. And if you do that, and you've never really had a conversation with some of those people, and you start going and liking and commenting on those people's profiles, write their name down. I don't know if you guys I'm stuck at organization, but I do have a notebook and I do write people's names down so I can follow up with them. I'll follow up with them, and when I mean following up with them, I'll go and usually, because I start engaging on their stuff, they'll start engaging on my stuff. So then I'll go eventually, and how I usually start a conversation, and this is just me, this is what works for me, but I'll message them and be like, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day, usually a voice message too or something, and I'll just be like, thank you so much for showing love on my post. I know it's still like MLM-ish at times, but that works for me, because people will say, oh girl, I love seeing your posts, you're very inspirational, or I love following you. And it kind of starts a conversation, for me at least. Now, you can find what works for you to kind of open that conversation piece. Be like, oh my goodness, I saw you have a German Shepherd. I have a German Shepherd too. Find something. Research into the person that you want on your tribe, honestly. People asked me about longer short posts today. I wanted to go over that. I personally... Katie's always been and Katie's the guru of this, so I will always understand what she's saying, but she says she always doesn't like seeing long posts because she'll go through and not read the whole thing. But I personally, for me, I like longer posts only because I feel like, depending on what you're posting, obviously, if you're really sharing your heart through a longer post, or you're really opening up about something, or something that transformed you, or something that you've experienced, and it takes, whatever it may be, but it's a longer post, I feel like those ones really hit heartstrings for a lot of people. So there's no really right or wrong to that, is how I like to explain. Just make sure you're editing your picture. One of my girls last night, I need to start doing this for my phone so I can share it. I use the PicTap Go or the VSCO app, and then Beauty Plus. Those are my 3 top apps I use. I'll go through and I'll do my skin first, just if it's I'll go through and smooth it. Then, which I know I'm crazy. And then I'll go through and I'll brighten up a picture usually, and then crisp it. And then I'll go to I know this sounds so complicated, but it literally takes 3 seconds once you kind of get the hang of it. And I just like to use one specific filter because I want my Instagram to look specifically like gray and cool tones. So I really try to focus on like the one I use. It's called hang on. It's usually what I do every picture with. I'll do it a little bit so it has like a gray or bluish hue to it and it's really crispy. But it's like H something. Hang on. If you guys use VCSO, I highly love this one just because it really does give you so much options to edit. It can be a little confusing. The one I use is HB1, if anyone wants to know. But like, I really need my phone to not do this, guys. Can everyone kind of see that? It's like a picture. Okay, never mind. Let's not do that. I'm almost done anyways, and the good thing this is recorded. Hang on, let me show you. iPhone. Oh my God, I'm gonna feel so smart in 5 seconds so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Hang on. I promise you guys are laughing at me. Anyways, while I'm getting this to work, I wanted to just go over that and then reaching out, like how you reach out to people. Everyone has their own style. I definitely go in and like everyone's, like anyone that's commented or liked on my post, I go through and I write all their name down. And then I definitely go through and I will write their name down. I'll go through and make sure that, what is it showing, guys? Oh God. Okay, so then I'll go through and I'll write their name down and then I know who I'm talking to or who's engaging on my post. And then from there, I will go and write and follow up with them. Sorry, my thing is being all weird. I'm trying to understand how to share my screen so you guys can see what I'm referencing in like 5 seconds. Okay, hang on. Okay, I give up on this. I don't know what I'm doing. Stop sharing. Okay, I tried. I'll have Megan show me how to do that next time because I tried and I'm over it. See, mindset, not wanting to deal with it. Anyways, but my point is, guys, honestly, with the networking part, that will come as you understand. Adding at least 5 people a day is really good for your engagement. It's going to help algorithms. It's going to help you. Going live a couple times a week is very good for engagements. Each person, and I know who you are, that haven't gone live, I know everyone's laughing at me, you're going live more often, and I'll go live with you guys. Whoever hasn't gone live, I would love to be your guinea pig. Messaging, keep your conversation simple as possible. Do not give them too much information when you're talking to them. I have so many people, and I'm kind of surprising myself. I'm not trying to toot my like own horn, but the last couple of days, I've been trying to really listen to what I say. And I literally have just been like, when people are like, well, what do you do? Well, I help other people like yourself, and I work from my phone getting to use a product that's like premium nutrition that I absolutely love. I know that's not good all the time because I'm still working on that part when people ask what I do. But I'd be like, I'd love to share it with you. And then I go and tag them in the opportunity event, opportunity Zooms that they've done, like Lindsay have done or Katie done. I have a couple saved, and those are my go-to, and I'll tag people on those when they're interested in the business. I'd be like, let's chat after you watch this video, and then we'll go over whatever questions you have. It really helps. I need to make my own, I know. That's something I'm gonna do this week, actually. But that's one thing for potentials when it comes to business-wise, and then I'll go from there and lead the conversation. I will help you when it comes to sealing the deal if you need me to help, because when it comes to the business side of things, because I've been in an MLM that was like legit, like perfect testing ground for the worst MLM ever. But I've seen good and bad on both sides as far as how direct sales work and how they should work. We are so blessed in our like business, you guys, and the leadership we have. Like I can't even put into words what I have some girls dealing with, and like, you know, coming to our tribe, or what I dealt with, just the difference in the leadership and just how our tribe is in general. And And then as far as like when it comes to customers, you guys, I keep it so simple. Like I truly, truly do. And let me unmute this real quick because I want to just make sure no one has questions really quick before we have like 5 minutes left. So let's do some cute like questions. Or Roxy, any questions? Huh? Are you muted? I can't hear you. See your lips moving. Maybe I can read your lips. You guys, this is recorded. Okay, anyways. What about you? Stop laughing at me. Okay, what was that? Do you have any questions, hon? No? Okay. Noelle, do you have any questions?
Not right at the moment.
I was way more organized at the beginning of this before you hopped on, I promise. Roxy, any questions?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I did have a question. I had a customer ask me something that threw me off, but they asked, do we have anything that breaks down protein? I don't know what that means.
So what I would ask is like, what do they mean for one? Because my brother has a metabolic disorder and he can't have protein. So he has to have things that he can only have like vegetables and things like that don't have protein in it. So it could be like a medical disease. I would personally ask like, what they mean or what their goals are in that type of situation. And you're like, okay, that's fine. So what are your goals? What are you trying to do? Like what are you trying to accomplish? You know what I mean? And then depending on whatever their goals are, there's just different situations as far as it goes. Like if they're trying to gain weight, for example, our products help nutritional gaps. If you're needing to gain weight, your body will start recognizing that as it's filling those gaps. And we have like, for example, obviously you wouldn't do like our shakes as a meal replacement. You'd use them in conjunction with your meal that builds muscle and help build, more body mass there. So it just depends on whatever their goal would be in that aspect.
Okay.
Brittany, I actually do have one question.
Yay.
I know I hopped on super late, so I'm going to watch it from the beginning. But I've noticed that people will try this.
Oops, where'd you go?
Sorry, I don't know if I hit it on accident.
Sorry.
It's okay. So they try the sample and they love it, and it's hard for me to seal them to actually order.
I can understand that a little bit.
Okay.
Like, do you feel like you have a heart? Like, do you feel like it's like the customer like gets kind of stuck?
Yes, and it's even people that I kind of know personally, not even from just social media, but some people that I know from, when I was younger, or people that I'm pretty close with in terms of, like, they're not strangers.
Okay.
So I always expected it to be a little easier, but I do find that it's, I always try to be like, so either they already made an account just to look at the ingredients and I didn't even realize they did that, or certain things. So it's not even like I can just say, oh, I'll make your account and put your order in. Sometimes it already misses that gap. And then I'm like, shoot.
That's totally
so
okay.
I guess I need to try to learn to navigate that a little more confident and a little more in control, if that makes sense.
It might cut off on us, but I'll voice message you if it does.
Okay.
What I would honestly do is I try to ask, what are your goals then? Like, you felt amazing on the product. So what else are you wanting to accomplish? Or ask, like, what is it that you loved about the product? Kind of make them kind of think about it. And like, dude, don't you see a huge difference not having it? Because I truly didn't have a product right after, and I felt a huge difference. I kind of engaged them in making them kind of answer a little bit. And depending on what they're hold up, I honestly will be blunt. I'm like, what's holding you back? Like, Like, what do you feel like it is? Is it that, like, because then I can help understand what their need is. Like, if it's pricing,
Right.
cool, let me help you. I'll give you $25 off. I'll
Right.
get you know.
I definitely have to ask more questions. I think that's the main issue that you just brought to light for me. So, okay.
Truly, don't be scared of someone's answer, guys. It probably cut off on me. And this is something I've worked on over time, just from the do's and the don'ts. Do not be scared of not having confidence in like the pricing. Ask anyways. I truly was scared of the pricing at first, but you guys, our products are truly gold. I do not get nervous about pricing. I don't break it down for anybody because I'm not going to devalue our product. I don't say it's this amount a day. I truly am like, is 120, and I will tell you how I do this. You can individually message me after. I say I can get you a 3-day supply of our 3-step system. So I'm explaining, you get our 3-step system, 30-day supply. I say it just like kind of like that.